Hey everybody, my name's Gary. I am director of the Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra, and we are going to play some holiday tunes on ukulele. And so, if you need the sheet music, go to jollyrogerukulele.com, and that's where we have everything. And I will be posting our link on there right now. Shift, link, enter, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. So that's updating. And then let's go tweet it. It's always hilarious to tweet this stuff. Tweet. Nobody reads Twitter, but it's still fun to put it up there. https://jollyrogerukulele.com. And there I pop up, looking goofy as always. And tweet. Okay, so now we've tweeted. And let's see what else is. Let's see here. I don't remember what songs we're working on today. I don't remember where we left off. Yesterday. I ended up having to miss because of getting a haircut, and now I am confused as to where we were. None of that seems particularly true. All right, let's see here. Clean that up. Can close that down. Can close that down. Let's see. Close. All right, and then whoever is first couple people in will let me know if the sound is good. Lynn is in. Christmas music, Nirvana. We'll probably get a few people searching for Nirvana walking through here, like, what the heck? I didn't know Nirvana did Christmas music. So yeah, let's see. Let's talk about what things we should be playing. Baritone class got me distracted with music theory today, so we did not play the minuet there. And Lynn, or do you guys remember how far down the list we got on Monday? I don't remember where we were left off and where we're going to pick up today. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see. Maybe it's just you and me, Lynn. I don't know. YouTube seems to be super weird and clunky today, and so I don't know where everybody is. I don't really know anything anymore. All feels very out of control today. Click here, make sure. Link's working, so I guess we're going to play what we're going to play, right? Oh, it's only 12:01. Oh, that's why. Lucky if I remember breakfast. I'm the same way right now. It's 12:01. We're 4 minutes early. People will be coming in here shortly. Yeah, we are a little early. I just realized that. I got this. I put a box underneath the computer to get it up a little bit better, to get a little better angle on ukulele, right? It also gets a little better angle on how the COVID is treating my belly. And I've been playing with this ukulele at the shop now for a long time, and I'm over this guy. I need to move him along to its next owner, and it just has never opened up the way I thought it was supposed to. So he's going to get to move along. Somebody's going to get a good deal on him. I'm going to put a button on this one. I'm getting where I like the sound of this thing. And so I think I'm going to put some better tuners on this guy. Put a strap on him, make him a legit baritone. And let me go pick one of the ukuleles off of the shelf to play today. This is a Ohana TK14B stock. In other words, they think that there's some sort of cosmetic flaw on it. I always look them over real good when they come in. Half the time I can't figure out what they think is a cosmetic flaw. So, it's a heck of a deal for somebody. All right. Yeah, it's a nice little ukulele. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Donna, welcome in. Couldn't find the link to yesterday's class in the archives. I need to make up the class. Donna, I'm going to give you a free pass, free hall pass. We did not meet yesterday. I was running like heck from my haircut, and then I got just our manager here in the building stopped me to talk about some stuff, and I got distracted, and so there was no class yesterday. So you are good. You do not need to make up yesterday's class. The only one we got done yesterday was the next level class. And so you are good. There's no knowledge you are possibly going to need that you don't already have. Dennis is in. Hey, Dennis. And Lynn. That's not like, that's the thing. Find yourself an arpeggio pattern. Doesn't matter what the pattern is. And then just start picking individual notes out. Because it's wrong. It's not in the scale, right? So it's a weird note. And then you can just resolve it by picking the next note. Yeah. Just pick any old arpeggio pattern and then just start plucking around. And if you hit a bad note, it's like, what? And then you just pick a different note and it resolves. Yeah. So Q is in the house. Donna was worried about making up her homework. Don't need to worry about it, Donna. You're good. What else? This angle on this, I put a box under the computer, but it's too high. That's probably what's making me upset. I don't know. I'm all upset today. Plus, I had one of my harmonicas wiped out. One of the harmonicas crashed earlier just in the last class. Just straight up died. Like all of a sudden, the wrong note was coming out of it, and you're like, "What? How is that even possible?" And there it was. This feels more like what I'm supposed to do. Back. All right. I don't know. That to me, that seems less obnoxious. You can see it just fine, right? All right. Can any of you guys remember where we left off on Monday? Lynn was like, I don't remember, and I don't remember either. And so, if any of you remember where we ended up on the list on Monday? I don't know for sure. I think we had started at the top and we're working our way down the list, but I don't know for sure. So let's do this. If any of you can remember, post it up on chat. Otherwise, we will just keep moving forward. Harmonicas can die. Yeah, then here's the thing. Harmonicas, these little reeds are inside of your harmonica, and they're real close to the housing on purpose. That's why they make that sound. Bzzz, makes that buzzing sound. The problem is every weird little piece of dust and dirt gets in there and sticks them. So that's one problem. So sometimes you blow in there and nothing happens, and that means you have a dirty harmonica. But this one, this little guy, I'm blowing in perfect. The wrong note is coming out, and I have never had that happen. So I don't even know how to deal with. I was like, we're gonna have to stop the harmonica class because this doesn't make any sense. I've never had this happen. So I'm gonna have to open it up and see how in the heck a note got out of tune completely in there. I'm assuming that the reeds are probably held down by little screws, and the screw came loose, and then the reed moved. I'm assuming is what happened. You think Old Lang Syne is next? All right, okay, Donna, we're on board with you. So let's go to Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne. That would probably make sense. We probably got through 3 last week. Um, let's play Old Lang Syne. That's the one. That just makes me happy. Plus, we got to get it ready for the holidays, right? All right. So, Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne means times of yore, or back in the good old days, is basically what it translates to. Ukulele. Oh, alphabetizing. Yeah. That's another thing I'm sick of. Alphabetizing. Old Lang Syne ukulele. All right, here we go. I'm going to set it over here because I don't have anywhere else better to put it. And so, Old Lang Syne. Let's give it a try. Let's see what. Pulled one of the ukuleles off the shelf a minute ago. Haven't played this one before. Looks like I restrung it at some point, and we're gonna be playing with it today. Let's see. All right. So Old Lang Syne. Let's run through our chords. F chord, index, middle. D minor. Remember with D minor, you're just adding your ring finger underneath your middle finger. Isn't that beautiful? G minor, drop everybody down, index, middle, and ring out there. And a C chord. Okay. D minor again. B flat, our favorite, bar, and then that. Remember, guys, if your B flat sounds like this, that's normal when you first start. Just keep playing. One day it'll come in. 74 degrees and sunny today in Cuenca. Best day of the year so far down in Cuenca. Been a little iffy weather-wise in Cuenca. Today it's beautiful. Good to see Evelyn. And then go back to your F chord at the end of the top staves there. Okay. And then let's go down into measure 5. We'll sing through there. We'll take some time. We'll take a little bit of time just to make sure you can get all your chords on. Ready, play. Should old and then D minor, acquaintance, drop everybody down to the G minor, before, and then C chord, got, and F chord, add your ring finger, never, just push your ring finger forward, don't take everybody off, just ring finger forward, brought to B flat, 1, 2, 3, should, F chord, old, D minor, acquaintance, drop everybody down, B, forgot, and days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang. And then you're going to go on to the next page. I got to get my foot pedal over here. I didn't turn that on yet. Apologize. B flat, syne. we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old Lang Syne. And then you're going to go back to the top. And let's talk about fancying it up. If you're a singer, right, that's kind of fun what we just did. But what's more fun is get yourself a 4-beat pattern. So you can do thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, index. That's one 4-beat pattern. Or there's this 4-beat pattern: thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb, middle, ring. I like this one better because I like putting my thumb on the C string. Okay, from measure 5, should old acquaintance be forgot and ever brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old Lang Syne? For old Lang Syne, my dear, for old Lang Syne. For we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old Lang Syne. So now you see the challenge with that is when you're only doing 4 beats and you got to change chords in the middle, it feels like this is a little harder to run. But if we turned it into an 8-beat pattern, you would see things start to come together a little better. So now instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, let's do 8 pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to go all the way through the whole pattern, every single chord change, and then you will see it's a little easier to play actually from the top. Should old acquaintance be forgot and ever brought to mind? Do it twice. Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old Lang Syne? For old Lang Syne, my dear, for old Lang Syne. For take a cup of kindness yet for old Lang Syne. Okay, so again, we're talking about arpeggio picking, and that's going to make you sound fancier if you're a singer. If you're not a singer, we have better ways to play, right? And so I think you guys have heard me sing just enough to know that I shouldn't be singing at all. But but it's going to come up as a ukulele player. You are going to be in situations where you need to sing a little bit. Even if you're not the main singer, you're going to be humming along to whoever is the main singer, and it's going to happen quite a bit. Right? Next, melody. Let's go through that. We'll take our time and walk through it all. Got a 5 to get started with. Let's go to the very top, measure 1. Okay, got a 5. And then a 3. Couple of zeros. 1, 3, 1, 3. 0, 3, 1. 2, 2, 0. 0, 1. Okay, and then 0, 0, 1. 0, 1. 0, 3. 1, 3. 0, 3, 1. 1, 0, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3. 0, 0, 1, 3. 1, 3. 0, 3, 1. 2, 2, 0, 1. 5, 3, oh, oh, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, oh, oh, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, oh, oh, 1, 3, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 2, 2, oh, 1, oh, 1. To the top, to measure 5, oh, 1, oh, 1, oh, 3, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 1, oh, 3, 5, 5, 3, oh, oh, 1, 3, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 2, 2, oh, 1, 5, 3, oh, oh, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, oh, oh, 3, 5, 5, 3, oh, oh, 1, 3, 1, 3, oh, 3, 1, 2, 2. Second ending. Oh, little F chord here. Put an F chord on, 3 strings. And then you got 5, 5, 5, 8. Bar on 5, pinky on 8. Okay, so you get a nice F chord to stop, and then a nice F chord to put a fancy on the end. Okay, so both of those are F chords, this chord and this chord. And so when you're newer, you're like, I just want to know one C chord, and that's all I need to know, or I just need one F chord. But that's not going to be true as instrumental players. You're going to be needing lots of these chords. You're going to need lots of C's and lots of F's and lots of G's. And so we have them all over the place on the fretboard. We just have to learn them. Okay. All right, so we now played the melody, and we've now played the melody, right? Stays 5 is your highest note, and the rest of it stays down here. Real convenient for us, so we don't have to move around too much with the melody here. And then the chords, a little bit more sophisticated than some of the other Christmas songs we play, but not out of control. The only thing that's kind of a bummer, right? B flat shows up in there, but we're going to get comfy with that. So now we combine it. Okay, so 5 on the top. We're on measure 1, by the way. 5, and then you're going to do your F chord, but the melody is a 3, so your pinky goes on the 3. And then you have a 0. That's the next melody note. And then you're going to put a D minor on. That's everything you need to have there, and strum that. And then a 1, you're already holding it down, so pluck that. Go grab your G minor chord. Again, just drop everybody down, index, middle, ring. 0, 2, 3 is already being held down. Play that. You're going to have to move your index finger up 1 and take your ring finger off to get this next 1. And then you got a C chord, so it's 0, 0, 3 in this case. That's a different C chord. O3. Got a D minor, again, F chord, add your ring finger, just 3 strings. Thumb is resting on the first string because you're not going to play it. Go play 2 2s. And then lift up your 2 to get the 0. And now you're magically holding the F chord. Again, rest stroke with your thumb. Hit the 0. Okay, measure 5. Now a little F chord again. Index finger up. And then put a D minor chord on. Play 3 strings. Hit the 0. It's already open. Drop everybody down to your G minor and just play 3 strings. Change your 3 for a 1, and then change to 0, 0, 3, O3. Make a nice D minor chord, full chord. Sorry, 3 strings. Hit the 1. Slide your ring finger forward. Don't pick everything up. Just slide your ring finger forward, and you've got your F7. Play 4 strings, and then you're gonna have to add your pinky on at 3 to get the next thing. This F7 is going to turn out to be very, very helpful. It's going to be one of these shapes that you use a lot when we're playing Tin Pan Alley and jazz. So it's really an E7, but we've moved it up one and put a bar, just this one finger right here. Now we can play an A7, a G7, and then we got a D7 way up here, right there. Okay, so that's going to be a very helpful little seventh chord shape, that F7. Measure 8, you get a new B flat. We hated the first B flat. This one you'll probably hate a little less. It's a bar on 5, and then the F shape in front. Strum that. Okay, and hit the without lifting it up, hit that 5 again, and then jump back, F chord, add your pinky on it, 3, and then 0, and then a nice D minor chord in the middle of measure 9. Okay, drop your in shape down to the G7, G minor shape. Shade the 3 for a 1, and then put the 3 back on, 003, 03, G minor shape, couple of 2s, open, and then an F chord. Okay, back to that B flat up on 5, and then back to your F chord with the 3 on the top. O, D minor, hit the 1, and then hit 0, 2, 3, exchange 1 and 3, hit a 5, measure 15, F chord with the 3 on top again, hit the 0, F7, just add your ring finger, pinky on 3, there's that famous shape we were just talking about, and then B flat up, bar on 5, F shape in front, hit the 5 again, F chord, C on top, O, D minor shape, hit the 1, drop down to your G minor one more time, hit the 1, 003, 03, D minor shape, rest stroke, make sure your thumb is resting on that first string because you're not going to hit it, 2, 2, and then open that up to get the 0, and you're holding your F chord, strum it. And then we go back to the top, okay? When you come through the second time, you skip measure 20, play that F chord, and then the other F chord. Okay? All right, let's play it as written 2 times through. If the tough uke is too much, you play the melody. That's how we do it. If you're playing tough uke and all of a sudden the going gets a little dicey, jump up, play melody for a little while, and then drop back down onto the tough uke, right? Skip the hard parts, basically. Okay? From the very, very top to the very bottom, measure 1. 1, 2, 3. Measure 13. Back to the measure 5. measure 8. $13. Measure 21. How's that sound? How are you playing at home? Feeling pretty comfy with that? Um, it's a nice piece of music. A little tiny bit repetitive, not terrible. Enough in there to keep you busy, and a nice recurrence of chords and shapes that we're going to be using in other songs. And hopefully that's sounding nice to you. All right, pretty in-depth dive into that. Let's go look then next at, and I'm just going to be working off of, in this hour, just off of the ones with stars on it. And in the next hour, we'll work on the ones that don't have stars on them. And so let's go grab Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella next up. I love this tune so much. All right, let's see. Lynn says she's getting there. That's all we ask, right? Right? A little bit better than every day, working a little bit harder all the time. Starting to see the whales have arrived. Is this about the time of year they show up, Linda? That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? We inhabit this world with whales. That is so exciting. I just love whales. Now, a couple of years back, there was somebody that had published some photos. They were swimming with the whales, and of course, the whales are monstrous. And then they had this young lady swimming along with them with her scuba gear on, and it was just so dramatic how gigantic those things are. And yeah, so the whales have arrived in Hawaii. That's so exciting, super exciting. And so Linda wins again. What the heck? How did she figure this out and the rest of us didn't? Oh, Lynn had snow. Okay, awesome. We're supposed to get snow this weekend. That's right. Snow in New Jersey, snow in Colorado, whale watching in Hawaii. Basically the same thing. All right, Bring a Torch. This is a kind of older tune, but I love it so much. So let's go through it. And snow in Toronto as well. Well, snow, we would expect to snow in Toronto, right? Glad things are normal up in Canada there. Our idea as Americans, right? We're like, okay, there's this line, and below that line, it's America, and above that line, it's just snow. That's how we see it. We're like, I don't know what goes on in Canada. I just know there's snow. And in the next hour, Linda comes in from Vancouver all the time. And of course, it doesn't snow that much in Vancouver itself. It snows up on the mountains, right? But Vancouver's right on the ocean, so it's always sort of temperate. And the things that we think we know about other countries, crazy. All right, Bring a Torch. Let's run through our chords. G chord. Okay, hopefully that's starting to be a chord for you. A minor is next. I should kind of sort of sing it. That way we don't have to do it. Bring a torch, in A minor. That is back to your G chord. Bells, love. It's kind of hard to do that. G, D, G. You have 3 beats, so it's 2 beats on the G, then quickly to the D, and then back to the G. Okay. Bring a torch to the stable run. Measure 9. Christ is born, tell the folks of the village. Quickly to D and then right over to C. Jesus is born. And now here's that D7, bar on 2, middle on 3 at measure 15. Okay. Mary's calling. This is the hard one, right? You got to go from G, D, E minor. You got to be there really fast. So that's a one you practice. You don't even need to look at the sheet music. G, D, E minor. G, D, E minor. G, D, E minor. G, D, E minor. I can tell you if I'm a newer player, the one thing that I am terrible at, that as a more advanced player, if I could send you a letter from you next year, that letter would say is practice your chord changes more. Practice your chord changes more, because we get pretty good at, like, okay, this is what a D chord looks like, and this is what this is what a G chord looks like. This is what a D chord looks like. This is what an E minor looks like. Good for me. I have those all memorized. But getting them to be fast and in time usually takes a little bit more time to slow things down. So you want to be thinking about, what do I have to do to get things in the proper timing? So G, D, to get from G to D, you're leading with your index finger, right? G, index, these other two guys jump on. D, and then to drop around to E minor, I see no choice but to drop your wrist and grab that. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking for. Bum, bum, bum. And then you can write out for the next few things. I'm going to go ahead and hide Ozzy Osbourne. I don't think that's really Ozzy. Okay. I don't think Ozzy Osbourne will walk in and say, "Come on, play Crazy Train on ukulele." I don't think that would happen. I think that's fake. All right. When you get to 17, and D chord at 18, G chord. Beautiful, beautiful is the mother. Okay, and then next page, back to your E minor. Beautiful is the child. Okay, so all of those little the chords here are beautiful. They really are. When you get to that E minor, every time you hit that E minor, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful song. Let's sing through it one time. 3-beat pattern. 1, 2, 3. Bring a torch, Jeanette, Isabella. Bring a torch to the table. Run, Christ the Lord in the folks of the village. Jesus is born, and Mary's calling. Okay, so I don't think that necessarily works. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because there's too much going on. Maybe if you did sixes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring a torch, Jeanette. Bring a torch. It's probably not going to go very particularly well. Dennis is saying, I do a semi-bar for G. First finger on first, second, and first finger on second fret, the strings 1, 2, and 3, and then the middle finger on the third fret. It makes it easy to down ring finger for E minor. Okay, that's possible. Like, some people will do that. They'll do a little mini bar there, right? Okay, maybe, right? Something to try. I don't ever teach that. I feel like you're going to spend so much time as an instrumentalist in this position that this is not necessarily helpful, but it might work, right? It might be something to try. Some of you will find that helpful. The other thing, sometimes I don't tell people this because it's magic, right? You're holding a G chord, your pinky right here. Now it's an E minor. Okay. So there's that. Would that work with Dennis's idea? Yeah, then the problem is you got to get your ring finger up there. Might work, yeah. So another option for you, sure. Nothing wrong with that. He's not breaking any rules. Sometimes people come up with cool ways of making stuff that's going to mess you up, but that one won't. That one works. Okay. All right. Where were we at? Let's play the melody. I don't remember where we were at. Let's play the melody from the top. 1, 2, 3. 5, 3, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 3, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2, oh, 3. 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2. Oh, 3, 3, 2. Oh, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2. Oh, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 2. Oh, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 3, and then you'll repeat that, of course. So make sure that you've taken a little bit of time to read through the melody always, probably oftentimes before you even work on the chords, see what kind of things you're going to be dealing with on the melody. Notice you only have 2s, 3s, and 5s in the entire song, so there's no reason not to play it in second position. So all your 2s will be here, all your 3s will be here, and 5s will be there. And that way you don't have to move your left hand at all. It's just hanging out doing its deal. Okay. All right. Now let's talk. The reason I like to run through chords and melody, because then it starts to help make sense for when you're doing tuck-you. It also brings up questions of like, all right, so we usually hold this shape here. Will this shape work? Yeah, probably in this situation in this song. Might not work always, but it's definitely one of those things to try out and see if it works. So for this song, okay, we're going to start with our famous G chord with your pinky up on 5. You got to do this, guys. This is something you have to be able to do. And Dennis's idea here is okay. The big challenge with this one is, boy, you got to make sure not to touch this string here, which is something to be thought about. Okay, that works, or this works. Okay, both of those are perfectly legit. You do have, when you first start, if it's index, middle, and pinky, you can do that as well. Okay, but it's not great because usually the next chord is going to be a regular G chord. Not always, but often. Okay, all right, so there's that. Let's go from, grab that first G chord with the pinky, hit the 3, and then 3 strings. Pull your ring finger back to the 2 and put it back. Go grab your A minor, 2, 3, G chord, D chord, G chord with your pinky, hit the 3, 2, 3, A minor, G chord, pinky, 3, 2, G chord, O 3, lift up your middle finger, G chord, D chord, C chord, 2, 3, 0, 2. Now bar on 3, middle finger, I'm sorry, bar on 2, middle finger on 3, G chord, D chord, E minor, 4, 3, and those are, while you're holding you'll see that a lot in decorations where you grab your E minor and then thumb. Okay. Whenever I add decorative notes, I'm not going to make any changes on this hand at all. D chord. Okay, and then measure 19. D chord. Pinky on 5. G chord after that. 2 more decorative notes. D chord. 2 more decorative notes. Okay, and then grab your E minor on page 2. More decoration. D chord. Decoration. 25 is a G chord. Pinky. No pinky. D chord. Pinky on 5. And then G chord. Okay, last time you come around through, it'll be the same thing. Okay, remember, you also have a G chord here at 7 with your pinky on 10. Okay, and I will often end the song with that on there instead. Q says, burning question. Jeanette Isabella, one person or two? Dying to know. It appears that it's two. Because in most versions of this, you'll see bring a torch, comma, Jeanette, comma, Isabella. So they'll usually put commas in there. So it's usually two people. I like to think of it as one person. Bring a torch, Jeanette Isabella. Because wouldn't you like to have the name Jeanette Isabella? Think about that. If you were named Jeanette Isabella, you could walk around with the tiara on all day long, every day, and nobody would say anything. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that's Jeanette Isabella. There's a woman, remember Isabella Rossellini, movie actress? That's the greatest name ever in the history of the world. Who'd you invite over to the party? Well, I've invited Bob, and I've invited Dennis, and I invited Linda, I invited Donna, I invited Evelyn. Oh, and we also invited Isabella Rossellini. Oh, well, that's going to be a good party then, right? So Jeanette, Isabella, I like it to be one word. I like it to be one person. But Q, you can make it however many people you want. 1, 2. Bring a torch, Isabella Rossellini. Bring a torch to the stable run. All right. Yeah, I think it's two people. I think it's supposed to be two, but I made it into one. And would you use a comma anyway? Bring a torch, Bob and Dennis. Bring a torch. Bring a torch, Bob, Dennis. Yeah, you would use a comma, huh? All right. Let's play it any way you want to. Chords, melody, whatever makes you happy. This will be our swan song for today, by the way. I'm not going to do. It's been such a weird day. I don't know what's wrong. Something's off. I think having the wrong note come out of my harmonica is weird enough. So I think we're not going to play the minuet. And we're not tempting fate today. This is our big song. I want to play it top to bottom, and then I want to play it top to bottom again. Okay, 2 times through, not fast. Try to see how beautiful you can make it. If tough uke is too hard, play the melody. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Second ending. Don't do endings like that. When you're at your ukulele strum along in your town and everybody gets together and you sing Blowing in the Wind and you get to the end and you go, boom, everybody, you should do that. Not an instrumental work, right? That sounds stupid when we do it. So, not that sounding stupid is against the rules. We do plenty of that. Yeah, see you in the next class, Evelyn. Yeah, so very pretty little tune. And so, you guys, if you want to come around, play the non-asterisked music in the next hour, please do that. Good to have all of you here today, and I will see everybody either tomorrow or in the next hour or down the road somewhere. And Lynn says, I love doing the melody. That's what you should love. In fact, guys, the Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra were kind of a big deal. And most of the players, most of the time, that's what they're playing is some form of melody in there, one note after another. And we'll divide it up in between 4 or 5 different groups of people. And pretty soon it just comes alive. It's like, whoa, that's really cool. But playing melody is really, really important. And so don't ever underestimate how important that is to do that, because we can always find somebody to play chords. Chord players and ukulele are a dime a dozen, but somebody who can really knock out a melody that's where you want to get. And then once you're there, then of course Tough Uke is right behind you. So have a great afternoon, you guys. If I don't see you, otherwise, off we go to the 1 o'clock hour. We'll see you soon.